start in just a few moments. Do what's called a sleep review. Basically, gonna look at my last night's live stream and see how I slept. And the goal is to get like 8.5 hours of sleep. 8 hours of sleep is like those common metrics you want to aim for, but you know, for me, 8.5 is ideal. Let's see how we doing. Cool. So what you're seeing playing behind me is the time lapse just posted to TikTok. So wrinkles, green screen. Okay, that's better. All right, so let's see. So if anyone's joined my last few lives, I've been kind of like messing around with different sleep trackers. Hey, notification asks, can I breathe normally when I'm awake? Depends. Depends. Let's see. Get rid of this. Why is this not going away? Okay, lock. Yeah, it's sleep apnea is mostly a sleep disorder, so the most likely time for me to stop breathing is during the night. So that's why I have to wear a mask at night. Thank you for the question notification. Appreciate you. Alright, so let's see. So I managed to sleep about 9 hours, which is pretty good. 9 continuous hours even, so let's see what my sleep tracker said. Yep. Alright, so the sleep tracker said 8 hours 52 minutes. Now this is not what my sleep tracker said when I woke up. In fact, I've been lamenting how inaccurate sleep tracking has been, and almost as if on cue. Look at that. Lower the Stephen Colbert. Anyway, this is what happened this is what it looked like when I woke up. 10 hours 19 minutes. This is factoring in a nap I took around yesterday around 6. So I took a nap and it's like, oh, you basically slept for a while, you woke up, and then you fell back asleep. I don't know how it got that. I mean, whatever. So, yeah, clearly my sleep tracker's onto me how I think it's not accurate. Also, I got a different type of sleep tracker, a withing sleep tracker, and it gave me a similar result as well. It's telling me I got 10.5 hours of sleep. That's including that nap from way before, so I'm gonna tuck this back here. Alright, so we're going to go through my live stream recording and go through these different sleep stages. Let's start here and there and there. Yeah. Look at the different metrics after that. Cool. Alright. So if anyone's joining me for the first time, welcome. Basically, the gist is I live stream my sleep apnea treatment. Sleep apnea is a sleep disorder which I have, and what you're going to see behind me right now is a replay of the footage. So go ahead and just push play. Adjust these little title things here. Oh yeah, these are open prompts for anyone. And if anyone has any questions about sleep apnea, maybe you don't know what it is, or just there are a lot of people who are treating sleep apnea who have questions about it. I've been treating my sleep apnea for about 6 years now, last 3 on live stream. So I have a little bit of experience with it. Maybe not the best advice of all people, but yeah, definitely not medically relevant advice. Definitely not a doctor, not a nurse or anything. But I have some. I've been through the ringer with sleep apnea treatment. So, all right. So let's go ahead and hey, corrective surgery. Bennett asked, "Am I a candidate for corrective surgery? Changed your life not needing CPAP anymore?" I haven't asked, to be honest, and I'm taking so well to the treatment anyway that I don't think I'm probably there's probably people way ahead of me in terms of like needing corrective surgery or resorting to corrective surgery. I want to put it as respectfully as possible. I mean, you know, a lot of people just cannot tolerate sleep apnea treatment like this, so I'm quite the opposite. I'm probably the person who's adapted to it pretty well, so much so that I've even started live streaming it. A little bit of a flex, but you know, yeah, the different types of surgery, I don't know which ones would really help me, to be honest. I did have like a streak of having tonsillitis in my 20s, so that may have been a good time to do it, but I asked and my doctor was like, no. I want to, this looks miserable. But yeah, it's not miserable, I can assure you. It's just, again, you're asleep for most of it, so any discomfort is in the adjustment period. You want to like get used to it before you know, having become a part of your regular sleep routine. Bennett, you had tonsils. Yeah, your tonsils were taken out. Oh, all right. Yeah. I mean, I come from a position where I am taking my treatment pretty well, so I'm like, I'm not always I'm not looking for ways out of it. But again, I want to watch trying to get your dad to do a sleep study because sleep apnea, but he refuses to. I mean, that's unfortunate. Well, talk about unfortunate. I mean, I don't know how to deal with parents. Devin, how do I sleep with that on? Pretty easy. I just put it on, and go to sleep. It's yeah, it's gotten used to it. Well, how was the neck strap? Please pep all the time. What neck strap are you referring to, Josh? I think you mean the chin strap. So the chin strap is something I added as one of the discoveries of my live streams. Yeah, because of the jaw dropping, and it would drop so low sometimes that would slip outside the mask. So that's why I decided to add the chin strap. Devin, you had heavy snoring until you lost. Wow, 150 pounds. Congratulations. Yeah. Kendrick, do I have central or obstructive OSA? Cool, thank you for all the questions. Yeah, I want to mention how he's trying to get his dad or their dad to get a sleep study, and I don't know how, to be honest. I mean, I can't even get my one parent to, Josh, thank you for the follow, to wear an Apple Watch. But what you could do is the Apple Watch these days has sleep apnea detection. So, for example, if you look at my Apple Watch sleep tracking, there's a section here for breathing disturbances right here. So you see how mine is not elevated? So that's because my sleep apnea is being treated. Now, if someone who has sleep apnea starts sleep tracking with the Apple Watch, it will start detecting breathing disturbances. And I can show you a screenshot I got off the sleep apnea subreddit. I believe somebody's elevated. Yeah, this is it. This is somebody's elevated breathing disturbances. So this is not mine. This is from the sleep apnea subreddit. Someone posted that the Apple Watch basically detected their disturbances were basically off the charts. They were elevated, and after sleep tracking, it was able to determine that they had sleep apnea that was undiagnosed. And that's kind of the benefit of age we live in now with smart devices and sleep tracking, that they can detect those type of things, and you don't have to kind of like resort to, I mean, basically the only thing I had to go off on when I got diagnosed was the snoring. I knew I snored, but my friends had to like convince me to go see a doctor, and that was not a well, I was not a very willing participant in that process. I was basically kicking and screaming the entire time. So yeah, I can get why people would be stubborn to go ask their doctor, or get even to the point of a sleep study. But again, depending on how much trust you want to put in smart devices, I mean, smart devices can literally save lives these days. So like, look at this again, a screenshot from someone who posted their results from their Apple Watch and how it detected their sleep apnea. I mean, that person would have went probably years or decades not knowing that it had sleep apnea. So yeah, it's a struggle I mean, parents, I mean, I'm old, but the even older people are probably even more stubborn to get like medical diagnoses. So I guess do what you can. Again, if you can Trojan horse like the sleep tracking in there and be like, don't even mention sleep apnea detection, you might be able to just like, hey, you can sleep better with the Apple Watch. You're like, oh, okay, and then all of a sudden, like, hey, look at this, breathing disturbances, you have sleep apnea. It's like, well, the Apple Watch doesn't lie. If they won't listen to you, I don't know if they'll listen to a device. And I don't know, I've had the worst luck trying to get my parents, my one parent, to wear an Apple Watch. Just put it on so I can at least call you when you don't have your phone on your pocket. Jeez. All right. On that detour, let me go ahead and start the sleep review. So last night, I got 10:52 is the first moment it detected I fell asleep. So let's go ahead and look at the footage. So we're going all the way to the start, and I can describe some of the beginnings here of the sleep apnea treatment process. That's basically me tending to my live stream. Also live stream Pokemon Sleep, so that's another little thing I do. Alright, so the first thing I'm doing right here is a fit test. So I'm going to zoom in and show you what's going on here. Hopefully you can see the screen. It's a little hard to see sometimes. Alright, so basically I'm putting the mask on. I haven't hooked up the hose yet because I want to see if the mask is fitting properly. So this is mask fit mode. It's either going to give me a red, you see it's flashed red for a second. Here, I'll go back. Mask fit mode, engaged. So it's going to, whoop, rewind it too far. Alright, so here's mask fit mode. It's either green, so if it's green and saying it's a good fit, if it's red, it's a bad fit. So there it is. For a moment, it's red. And at that point, I can adjust the mask. Here, I'll pull out. At that point, I can adjust the mask, make sure the fit is good before I get into bed completely. So, and then once I'm confident the mask fits properly, it's not going to leak overnight, I unhook. I wonder how long that takes. Fast forward. Okay, so I've unhooked the hose. I'm not gonna go ahead and jack myself into the machine quite yet. Alright, next steps. AirPods Max. Not a mandatory part treatment, but something I've learned from these live streams is actually, I've discovered that I'm really sensitive to noise. So People ask, oh, is the mask bothersome? You'll get used to it. The one thing I still can't get used to is the noise of the machine. It's like really distracting for me. Brian, what? Yeah, that. So, what up? Hey, what's up, Brian? So, the noise of the sleep apnea machine is probably the thing that disturbs me the most, that keeps me awake. So I put the AirPods Max on basically to basically to tune out the sound of the machine. Now the next thing I'm putting on is a chin strap. You can watch this. Now it's got like 2 straps on top, 1 on the bottom, and basically it allows me to keep my jaw shut, because I found that my jaw droops open. Sometimes it can disrupt my treatment, because what I was testing for before was leaks, and the jaw opening up causing a leak can disrupt treatment as well. So there I am, all masked up and strapped up. I'm gonna go ahead and finish setting up my Pokemon Sleep device, the Pokemon Go Plus Plus. That is the real name of a real Pokemon product. Alright, so basically alarms, clock set. Alright, this is one of the rules of sleep hygiene that you should not break like I do. Do not have your phone in bed. That is like one of the worst ideas. I mean, basically, I'm a hypocrite for basically having my phone right there, but yeah, so let's see. I mean, basically I don't, oh, I forgot my blanket. Jacob, just recently started using CPAP a week ago. Oof. Got a bruise inside one of your nostrils. For a mask, did you get a nasal mask or a full face mask? Because I can imagine a nasal mask or a nasal pillow might do that kind of thing. Yeah, nasal pillows. Yeah, unfortunately I don't have a lot of experience with nasal pillows, so you might want to definitely talk to your sleep doctor about that. Yeah, ask them about a full face mask, because I mean the only thing I ever hear about nasal masks is that they're uncomfortable, and yeah, the thought of something going up my nose is also not really appealing. But again, from the other grass is like greener on the other side. I've always been diagnosed as a mouth breather, so basically I've only ever been given the option of a full face mask. Joe, you feel like all this can't be comfy? I assure you it is. Basically, well, the mask part, that's the treatment, so you gotta get used to that. If you don't, hey user, thank you for the follow. Hey poo butt. Toasty, usually a slide sleeper. That's good. So Joe, sleeping comfortably. Yeah, if you have sleep apnea, the issue is sleeping comfortably without the mask. Sure, but then I would stop breathing periodically, and I would snore, which again wouldn't bother anybody because there's no one else in bed with me. But I would snore, and I would, what do you call it? I would also stop breathing at night. So yeah, would I trade comfort for cessation of breathing at night? The choking, the gasping for air? No, I would not. I would rather sleep with all this on than subject my body to that. So just give you some perspective. Again, you're right. It's not comfortable. It's an adjustment, but there's a point to all of that. People don't just wear it for fun. I mean, some people might, but still, it's medical treatment. So just trying to show people what it looks like. And for me, like it's so comfortable. I mean, I was on my phone earlier, so my sleep tracker said I fell asleep 10:52. Now, like I was still on my phone. Like I said, one of the things not to do is to and the headphones are totally optional. Like for me, sleeping with the headphones helps me sleep because noises wake me up. Like the machine emphasize emits a faint hiss. The there's like train tracks a few miles by. Oh yeah, poop. You getting 70s. What's been knocking your score down to the 70s? If you don't mind me asking. I mean, I can show you the how the metrics break down, but can you tap into your scoring and see what's actually bringing it down to 70? It's leaks and the mask. Ooh, that's things we can all. It's pretty easy to deal with. So, oh yeah, I was explaining to Joe. Yeah, the headphones basically tune out like trains go by at night, and that would wake me up, and that's annoying. So, this was actually a pretty rare night's sleep last night, where I actually slept solidly, like 10:52 all the way till 7:50ish. So that's like 9 full hours. Okay, leaks and mass. So, Pooh, one of the things you may want to start doing when you get into bed and put the mask on, do the mask fit. Now, granted, like for me, for the longest time, I just like trusted that the Velcro just like stayed in the same position, and I would just like put it on the next night, and it'll be just fine. It'll already be pre-sized. But no, it's probably good to do a mask fit every night right before. So even last night, I saw it go into the red. Ben, the face mask is the ResMed F30i. So that's the full face with the top hose port. So yeah, Pooh, try running the mask fit first thing to make sure you rule out any leaks just from fit. And then the other things I've added are the chin strap to add additional support. And then leakage, that should hopefully prevent leakage. And also mask on, mask off. Is that the other thing? Here, let me pull in my air metrics. I should show you what's going on here. So it breaks it down to 4 things. 70 points. There, let me pull it down here. Get 70 points. I didn't get this pulled down here. You get 70 points for usage, 20 points for mass seal, and then events per hour 5 points, which is I guess, and then mask on, mask off. So mask on, mask off is just meaning how many times you take the mask off and on throughout the night. Now ideally it's just one. I think you can do it up to twice, maybe thrice before it docks you points. But the idea is to get solid sleep. So last night I got 100, and that is because I got 100 because I had 10 hours of usage on 9 hours of sleep, good seal, 1.2 events per hour, and 2 masks on off. All right, so that's the My Air app. If you're all interested, this is the metrics from the sleep apnea machine. This is what the score that the machine gives you. See where you're losing 11 masks off on Thursday. Wow. I mean, even then, the bottom two metrics don't. So events per hour is a really small metric. It's a very it's got to be like to get you down in the 70s. It's got to be usage and seal. So at least try to get a good seal before you get into bed, and that hopefully should, because these bottom two they'll only knock out 5 points. If you have like bad apnea still, I mean that's because treatment's not being effective. That's docking 5 points. If you have 11 masks on and off, you lose 5 points off the bat right there. So that's 10 points. I think focusing on the seal, which is a really important metric, as well as the usage. Now I think for 70 you wanna, I think it's something in the realm of 6 to 7 hours of usage gives you 70 points. You're using the F40. Oh yeah, I've seen the F40. It's it's a decent looking mask. I still prefer the F30i because of the placement of the hose port, but yeah, I mean F40, and you know, ideally it's more we call it more comfortable in general respects, but yeah. Mouth breather, yes, mouth breather club. Alrighty, so so detected that I fell asleep at 10:52, so that's when I'm officially asleep. Now I have some REM sleep coming up at 11:46. I'm gonna fast forward to that. I think my eye mask is gonna stay on most of the night, so we're gonna actually not see any rapid eye movement. But did I dream last night? I did. I just don't remember about what. Um, yeah, you're welcome, Poop. Yeah, hopefully, you know, if you address the fit issues, and again, you can't help the taking the mask off and on. That's gonna be a thing, like, as you know, get comfortable with it. But it's the seal you can definitely address. All right, so we're in REM sleep for, what is it? How long am I in REM sleep? Rapid eye movement sleep. That's between, oh, that's 22 minutes. 10:46. I mean 11:46 to 12:06. So basically, that's the end of REM sleep right there, and then I'm basically in and out of light sleep and REM sleep. So this is a nice little pattern right here. Now there's very little deep sleep recorded, and that's just after the second bit of REM. The deep sleep is dark purple. So let me look at the second REM sleep, which is at 1:30. Look at that. So it's 12:41, jumping to 1:30. Ooh, my eyes might actually be visible for this REM stage. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in on my eyelids because REM stands for rapid eye movement. So during REM sleep is actually the sleep stage that's commonly associated with dreaming. So I can't say I remember. Nathan, thank you for the follow. Can't say I remember what I dreamed about, if anything, but you might see some rapid eye movement, like the eyelids will flutter. Yeah, there I see them fluttering. I see them clenching a little, and then every once in a while, yeah, there's another clench. You'll see the eyeballs moving left and right. That means like the eyeballs, the visual cortex are all like pretty active during this sleep stage. Yeah. Yeah, like it's, you can tell the eyeballs are moving left and right just because of the, you will see it just because the shade of the eyeballs moving left and right. You don't see a whole lot of that. A lot of like fluttering and a lot of like punching, but I don't think maybe if I zoom out a little bit, it's maybe a little bit hard to make out in this distance. So let's take another look again. Or did I exit REM already again? 151. So yep, I already exited REM. So let me back it up, and we'll play that back over again and just see if, yeah, this having eye movements. So not a whole lot of like eyeballs moving left and right. That's usually the type of movement I'm looking for, but like there's still something going on. Hey Eddie, is it uncomfortable to sleep like this? No, basically once you get used to it, the mask part, that's the treatment. So once you get used to treatment, sleeping is, everything else is just gravy. The eye mask, the headphones, that's something I've added on because it actually helps me sleep better. Like without the headphones, like random noises would wake me up. Like a passing train or plane, for example, would wake me up. So yeah, that's why everyone says, "Oh, that looks uncomfortable." Well, don't actually tried it. Well, yeah, and eye masks are awesome, especially when they stay in position. Unfortunately, this one slipped off a little bit. It only stayed on like earlier in the evening, but around this time, it did slip off. Now, what are we looking at sleep stage wise? Alright, so we've got a little bit of deep sleep at 2:14. 2:30, just like barely enough to like even register. So I'm just curious. Am I? No, I am not. I am just a sleep apnea patient who's been using audiovisual to kind of supplement my treatment, or just try to like self troubleshoot. Like when stuff happens to you at night, like how is she gonna solve mysteries unless you have it on tape? That's kind of my philosophy on sleep apnea treatment these days. All right, but yeah, I've had some sleep techs, some sleep doctors come into my chat and pooping. Why does TikTok know you so well? So I guess the algorithm gave you this because you have sleep apnea. Or Anyo, how did I sleep? I slept pretty well actually. I slept 9 hours. Oh, it says 8 hours and 52, but that's close enough. 9. I thought also took a nap and such. So no, naps are bad. Okay, so there's some. So I just went through this like deep sleep. It's so little deep sleep. Oh, Desert Penguin, TikTok heard you snoring. Well, you know TikTok's listening right now. Kidding. Alright. Next REM is at 318. Again, REM is a sleep stage commonly associated with dreaming, so let's jump right to 318. Oh, I turned over to my side. I can see my eyeball movements. Alright, so that's going to be pretty nothing to see there. 318 all the way till 4:12, so almost like an hour. Like I know I dreamed about something. Oh, there we go. Maybe we might be able to see some REM. All right, I'm gonna zoom in on my eyes again. So sorry for the extreme close-up. There's me from last night, and there are my eyelids. Oh God, they're ginormous. All right, so looking for rapid eye movement, which again happens during REM sleep. It can happen during the other sleep stages as well, dreaming, but just REM is the sleep stage is most commonly associated with dreaming. You can dream in virtually any sleep stage though. Ideally when you're asleep. Don't want to be dreaming. Oh, that's what daydreaming is. Oh, I get it. Alright. Not too much eye movement. Oh, the lovely carp. I do not know what any of those things are, unfortunately. They sound like surgical options. Maybe not the first one. Radio frequency ablation. That doesn't sound like surgical, but it's might be a like a non-intrusive treatment. Interesting. Yeah, I'm personally not looking for surgery myself. It's just not something I'm considering getting under a knife for. I mean, my sleep apnea is... I'm taking so well to sleep apnea treatment that I don't think I really need to like consider my surgical options right now. Also, you can admire my rapid eye movements. Again, I had some dreams last night. I don't remember about what. I really should write these things down when I have them. Alright, so how long does this REM last for? Another 12 minutes, 15 minutes or so. Yeah, mini intrusive tongue-based... well, wires. Wires are still a little intrusive. Yeah, I get it though. I mean, there's surgeries there for a reason. I mean, I don't want to tell people like CPAP is your only option, or like sleep apnea machine is the way you have to live for the rest of your life, and that's not what people want to hear. I mean, what I'm trying to impart is that, you know, you can do well on sleep apnea treatment. That's basically all I'm trying to say. But yeah, I'm glad to know there are surgical options out there. You know, Anyo, how did I find out I had sleep apnea? Basically, my friends knew. They knew what I sounded like, and I basically kind of didn't believe them. I was really stubborn, And I just like, no, it's not. It's not sleep apnea. Why would you say that? And then eventually one of my friends convinced me to see a doctor because his roommate had sleep apnea. So basically it didn't take, well, he had it on good authority that I had sleep apnea. So I basically ran out of excuses at that point. So I asked my doctor, who referred me to a sleep specialist. My sleep specialist set me up with a sleep lab, and that's when I was diagnosed with severe sleep apnea. Basically, I would stop breathing 70 times per hour. That's how bad my sleep apnea was. My AHI was 70. Yeah. All right. So what do we have coming up? Okay, so I'm gonna come out of REM, and here is the 1 minute that I thought I was awake at 4:59, 5 a.m. So why did I think I was awake? Yeah, 70. That's more than once per minute. Think about how badly I slept before. Basically, every minute I was asleep, I was depriving my brain and body of oxygen for just a little bit. Little oxygen. Who needs oxygen, really? Being sarcastic, of course. Alright, so why did I think I was awake? Ah, yes. Scourge of the sleep tracker. Well, one of my arms went at my eyes because I kind of had an eye itch or something. So I scratched my nose. And my watch is in my left arm, so that one was kind of in the air, and it was probably picking up all the motion as well, so that's probably why I thought I was awake. But if I really was awake, I would open my eyes. Does that hurt my nose? No, it looks like my watch does. No, it just kind of cups under the nose, so it's actually not too bad. And this is my nose normally looks like this. This is not a Alright, so that was a minute where I thought I was awake, but I think I can take that minute back. I mean, I already called it 9 hours of sleep. In reality, it's more like, what was it? 8 hours and 53 minutes. Okay, so I gained a minute. Woohoo for me. Alright, so we have some more REM sleep coming up at 6:17. So that's a little bit, an hour from here. Alright. So 6:17 REM sleep. Do I actually turn over for this? Yes, no, maybe. Nope, I'm gonna have my REM sleep on my side like that. So there I am, having a dream, laying back on my side. Trust me, my eyes are moving. I can kind of see the side profile on my eyes. Oh, I turned my head here and there, so... Wait, what did I do? What does that look like? Is that a cough? Or just... did I... Alright, now I'm gonna turn up the ambient volume on the recording. I'm just gonna see what I did. Or what noise I made. Huh. I just kind of flinched a little, and I could even hear like a little output of air. Okay, here I am turning onto my back, sort of my back. It's like I developed like a little like pillow canyon, so I never always, well, I always find a way to lie on my back, but there I am on my back again. All right, so that's probably it for REM. Maybe some more REM before I wake up. 7:03 to 7:15. So let's fast forward there. 7:03. Yeah, even here you can see some of the, like, look, the eye was, let me go ahead and magnify. You can see some eye movement as I like scrub past all this time that I'm face up. As you can see, like, the eyelids are fluttering. Oh, the other weird thing my hands do too is that like my fingers twitch like that. It's one of those telltale signs that I know I'm asleep, because I don't twitch my fingers like that when I'm awake. Alright, there I am, all bundled up. That's a 20-pound weighted blanket, by the way, so people say, how do you sleep without a blanket? I show you it's warm enough in my room, and that is a weighted blanket. Alright, so here is the last opportunity for some REM. Let's see. 7:03 to 7:15. So we're looking at that. Actually, we just missed it. So let's back it up to 7:03. And let's go ahead and magnify it on the face. And we're going to see if my eyes do any rapid eye movement. Again, rapid eye movement sleep is basically what's associated with dreaming. My eyebrows scrunched a little, but my eyelids are pretty inactive. I don't know if I'm still in them. It was a really short REM. Actually, yeah, I do see my eyeballs moving a little bit. Cool. Alright, so that's probably going to be it for REM. My alarm clocks are set for 7:50, so I should be awake in a half an hour. Again, getting to bed at 10:50 and waking up at 7:50, that's nice. Wait, is that 9 hours? 9 hours. Yeah, it's basically, it was pretty decent, close to 9 hours of continuous sleep, so that was pretty good. Alright, so I'm gonna zoom in and look at, well, I'm just gonna speed ahead to right when my alarm clock about to go off. Alright, so my Nintendo Alarmo, I think, wakes me up. So let me, did it? Yeah, it did. Alright, let me pull my Alarmo into frame here. So the Alarmo is like a, oops, did I crop it out? Dang it. Alright, sorry, I cropped it out. Can I undo the crop? Hold on a second, let me do that. There it is. Remove crop. There. Alright, now go back to this. Beautiful. Alright, so that's my Nintendo Alarmo. That's my also really, oh yeah, I cropped the messy nightstand there, so say hi to my messy nightstand. But if you can see the Alarmo, it's this little red alarm clock thing. So in a few moments, it's gonna light up and start playing some Mario Kart sounds. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn up the volume, turn off the ambient music, and you're gonna see the Alarmo wake me up. Thought I killed that. Alright, here we go. Alright, there it is. Wait. Hang on. Did the Alarmo wake me up, or did I wake up before the Alarmo? What did I do? Because, okay, yeah. The screen on the Alarmo definitely lights up. So here it is. But it's almost as if, okay, so it detected motion right ahead of my alarm clock. So the screen on the Alarmo doesn't light up unless, you know, it senses like, it has motion sensors. So it senses like when you're, so that's probably why the screen woke up. So what actually woke me up then? Okay, what is this? This is more me moving up? Because I don't hear the Mario Kart sounds yet. Maybe that should be it? Okay, here it is. Oh wait, no, I beat all my alarm clocks. Huh. So I just kind of like woke up and was like, oh yeah, it's time. Alright, never mind about the Alarmo. Okay, so the Alarmo didn't wake me up. What do you call it? Nature woke me up. Basically, yeah, I had enough sleep and I woke up. That's I would say that's pretty good sleep. 8 out of 10, if anything. I was like, wow. Like, basically didn't need an alarm clock. I woke up right at the perfect time. Didn't need, and remember what I did do with the Alarmo. I changed the alarm clock to what it's going to be for tomorrow. not realizing I'm gonna wake up later tomorrow, so I actually changed the alarm to later today. So the alarm went off like a couple hours later. That was my mistake. But that was it. So in summary, went to bed around 10:30, fell asleep 10:52, and then woke up 7:52. That was pretty good sleep, 9 hours. Yeah, one of those no notes. I'd say I was pretty good. Now, my sleep tracker. This topic is never going to end because I'm always going to have criticisms about my sleep tracker. So, what this is my sleep chart when I revised it. This is what it was before I revised it. 10 hours and 19 minutes. Why? Because it started sleep tracking when I took a nap around 6. I got up, ate dinner, got back to sleep, and it's like, you really think? No. Yeah, it's weird. Sometimes it's supposed to, when it detects a nap, it's supposed to color it in like a different gradient color. But instead, it's like, oh yeah, you went to sleep at 6:45. You woke up for 2 hours, and you went, or 2-3 hours, and went back to sleep. So like, I immediately just went to this nap and deleted it, and that's what ended up. That's how it ended up with this. This is the cleaned up version of my sleep tracker. So yeah, still, I mean, still a resounding success. 9 hours, but sleep trackers, you kind of can't always trust them. Especially when you, like me, I have video footage compared to, like, how do I, why would I take my sleep tracker's word for it when I can like look and like, yeah, this is actually when I fell asleep. Now the other thing I've been trying is what's called the Withings it's a Withings sleep pad. I'll show you what that looks like. In fact, I can just tunnel into this iPhone right now. Alright, so here it is. So this is the same sleep recorded by the pad that's underneath my mattress. So it also got something in the 10-hour range, counting, like, they both the Apple Watch and the mattress pad got the same idea last night. These are on 2 different phones, 2 different Apple accounts, by the way. So they were not comparing notes. Let me look at my health app real quick. See where it, health. Okay, this is what my sleep chart says. The hell? What the hell? Alright. Yeah, so this had a very similar breakdown to my main Apple Watch that I was using to track. So basically it was like, oh yeah, you started sleep at 6 something and then got up for a while and then went back to sleep for 9 hours. Like, no, not really. Yeah, so it was like, what? Oh, yeah. This is data from a mattress pad, the Withings sleep pad. At this rate, I'm probably going to return it. It's remarkable that it got a lot of this data correct, but even trying to like fine tune the sensitivity, it's still, well, it recorded my nap, which was good, but then it also like, yeah, I think I'm probably just gonna stick to the Apple Watch. Like I don't need 2.2 sets of data. I just need to get one set of data that which is close enough, and then correct it So this is what I woke up to, and I was like, no, I did not sleep 10 hours. You counted that nap at 6 p.m. So here I am. So this is more accurate to what I actually slept. So what is that? 52? Right. 10:52. Okay, yeah, so I get why it was under 9 hours, because I got up 7:45. But yeah, basically it was 9 hours. Basically I could probably look at my motions around 10:45. Yeah, now I'm still awake. But at some point, let me try to play a game of like, what time did I actually fall asleep? So mask is down. Yeah, I can tell the different fidgeting. Yep, there I am pulling the eye mask up. But 52 sounds about right. That's when I stopped fidgeting. That's, yeah, and I'm holding this pose for a while, and I can't. Yeah, 52 is like basically spot on. So the Apple Watch is still pretty good at detecting once I've fallen asleep, but like, it's so weird that it counted my nap as just the start of my sleep, and then like, me getting up and eating dinner was just awake time. Yeah, it always finds weird new ways to surprise me. All right, so what am I doing differently tonight? Well, let's get more. I mean, 9 hours pretty good. What time do I have to get up tomorrow? I have to get up at least by 10, so I can sleep in. So if I get to sleep at the normal time, like 11, like 10 p.m., 11ish, I could theoretically sleep for 11 hours. Theoretically, I doubt I will. I mean, it's hard to sleep that long and, you know, uninterrupted that much. But yeah, that's probably gonna be the nice thing about the weekend. I get to sleep in a little bit. Alright. Again, solid sleep, no notes, basically. I have a few notes from the sleep tracker, but not so much from myself. Yeah. Really good REM. Bad dream recall, though. I do not remember what I dreamed about. So I guess that's hopefully what I have to look forward to. Oops, sorry. As I get more and more REM sleep, is hopefully I will have more vivid dreams, as well as be able to start remembering more dreams. As long as I don't have any lousy night's sleep between now and then. But yeah, that was last night's sleep. 8 out of 10. Tempted to give it a 9 out of 10. It wasn't perfect night's sleep. Woke up still a bit a little groggy. I mean, there's such thing as oversleep. So, well, people do oversleep, but that's when your body needs it. But like, if I sleep too much, I mean, is there such thing as too much sleep? I mean, I mean, of course, everything in moderation. Obviously, sleep is something you want to get a lot of, but at what point is it like you're just wasting the day? And like, no, I'm wasting the 11 o'clock hour for what? Late night television. Oh, I missed the Today Show. Woo. I'm kidding. All right, Zach, you bro literally can't sleep. Well, yeah, I'll give you a few tips. Well, my life is basically more about sleep apnea, the sleep disorder, but I'll give you 2 of the tips that are for better sleep, and you'll see how immediately I'm a hypocrite. Do not have your phone in bed with you. So don't have it on this little convenient little arm here. Doze off. Wow. Is it noon where you are? Oh yeah. So yeah, having your phone in bed is pretty bad. I have it on the arm, so yeah, it's also what I'm listening to on the playlist. So quiet is good. So noise canceling headphones help me sleep. Also, darkness. You do not want to sleep in a brightly lit room like this. Now, granted, this isn't actually that bright. It's just the lights are dim. I have like the exposure turned up on my camera, so it's pretty dim lighting relatively. But yeah, don't sleep with the lights on. Don't sleep with electronics in bed. 2 rules I break right off the bat. But the point of my live is basically I live stream my sleep apnea treatment. Now, sleep apnea is a sleep disorder which causes a person with sleep apnea, their airway will close up at night. So that's something that everything I'm wearing here is designed to treat. So, well, not everything. Like basically the white part. Hey, Bracky, how are sleeps going? I think got a pretty good night's sleep last night. 9 hours, basic continuous sleep. All right, so Lena, you have a risk of sleep apnea according to your DNA. That is apparently that's true. That there is a possible genetic component to sleep apnea risk. Yeah, the solutions. Again, this is sleep apnea treatment. It's not really a cure, but again, however, to get better sleep, right? So, see, there's the machine. I'm just doing a test run right now. The hose is hooked up to it, and it basically blows pressurized air into my airway. How do I get tested? Basically, once you see a sleep specialist, they'll prescribe you a sleep lab. Basically, you'll sleep in a controlled environment. The sleep tech will have all these like sensors hooked up to you, and then you'll sleep, and then they'll record your brain waves, respiratory vitals, all that overnight, and then they'll give that report to your sleep doctor, and then they'll know whether or not you have sleep apnea. Now, there are some early warning signs for sleep apnea. The most common symptom is snoring. So if you know you snore, you might be at risk. But the most dangerous symptom is breathing disturbances, and I'll show you what breathing disturbances look like. Well, basically, this is breathing disturbance data from my Apple Watch. My Apple Watch tracks breathing disturbances. But wait, I have sleep apnea. Why aren't my breathing disturbances elevated? Well, this is what treated sleep apnea looks like. Because I always have the hose and mask on when I'm sleeping, basically it's keeping my airway open, and I don't have those breathing disturbances anymore. Now, if you want to see what someone's Apple Watch data looks like with sleep apnea, undiagnosed sleep apnea, boom, look at that. This is undiagnosed sleep apnea. This is not mine. This is from the sleep apnea subreddit. Someone posted this. Basically, they said their Apple Watch was able to detect they had elevated breathing disturbances, and they were basically able to get diagnosed. Well, get the go ahead to, well, so it can detect it within again, relatively lean margin of error. Again, it's not a medical diagnostic device. It's just, it can detect some of the warning signs, like the breathing disturbances, like snoring. So it will use, motion, heart rate, audio, all that to determine what your breathing disturbance data looks like. Lena, thank you for follow. So this is someone who last year had elevated breathing disturbances, and that prompted them to see a doctor who sleep specialist and get diagnosed with sleep apnea. And I didn't have that 6 years ago. Basically, I had to have my friends convince me to see a doctor, and that's, I went kicking and screaming. I did not go willingly. Well, basically, it took a lot of convincing, but that's kind of the age we live in now, that our smart devices can tell whether we have sleep apnea way before any of us even have a clue we have it. So yeah, that's one of the great things about this day and age. A lot of smart devices, a lot of sleep trackers can look out for sleep apnea now. Cool. Thank you for the question. And again, Lena, again, if it runs in a family, you at least you have you know, you have the risk for it, but again, doesn't necessarily mean you have it, but it doesn't mean you should be on the lookout for those warning signs. Again, the most common thing is snoring, but the most dangerous thing is those breathing disturbances. And usually, like, to for people to realize they have these, they'd have to be like told by like a spouse, or for me it was like a friend I shared a hotel room with. Basically, they were like, "Dude, you snore and you also stop breathing." It's like, "Do I?" They're like, "Yeah, you do." I'm like, "Okay." And then another one of my friends, basically, they had it on good authority that I had sleep apnea because their roommate had sleep apnea, and I was like, "Okay, yeah, if you say so, I'll go see a doctor." And I did, and turns out I had sleep apnea, severe sleep apnea. So, yeah, but sleeping better these days. Again, this is really pretty a great night of sleep. I think the only thing I was lacking was deep sleep, which I guess depends. I mean, one of my sleep trackers said I got a lot of deep sleep, but that's a different topic for another day. All right. So what am I gonna do differently tonight for better sleep? Well, I'm sleeping in tomorrow, but I'm gonna try to keep my bedtime relatively the same. I don't want to stay up tonight knowing I can sleep in tomorrow, because that's just going to ruin it for tomorrow night. And tomorrow night is gonna be even better because I don't have to wake up. It's Easter Sunday. I'm completely no plans. Oh, I cannot wait. Oh, and then Monday, back to the grind. So that's how the weekend's gonna hopefully shake out for me. 7-day average. Ooh, this is the last 7 days of sleep. This is last night. Boom. This is last 7 days. I'm waiting for this 5-hour night sleep. Then I got a hot eggs. All right. Happy egg hunting. Do I work in the morning and do to sleep? Sometimes if I have work or if I have a busy morning, I will post my time lapses in the afternoon or evening, and then do my sleep review then. All right, so this was last Friday night, which this is gonna drop off, and my average is gonna skyrocket above 7.5 is where it's telling me right now. 7.5 hours is my average. Yeah, once this 5 hours of sleep drops off, boom, my average is gonna increase. Yeah, so that's what I'm looking forward to this weekend. Getting lots of rest. Let's see, any other metrics that oh yeah, I've also been testing out this new sleep tracker by Withings. Basically it's like a mattress pad with things. Yeah, so it's the mattress pad that detects sleep. Now, it's surprisingly accurate. It gets a lot of the same data my Apple Watch gets, but maybe just a little on the too big. There it is. So here it is. You basically put it underneath your mattress, and yeah, there, and it gets your heart rate. Somehow gets your heart rate just by like the little motions you make in your bed. It's kind of amazing. But $100 and something, and I don't need. Yeah, it's great and all, but yeah, wow, snoring detection too. I mean, yeah, what an age to live in. Wow. And okay, then it's just the add-ons, like the subscription services you can add. But yeah, that is my new sleep tracker I was testing out, which I'm probably gonna bring back. I got off Amazon. I can probably just return it. I don't know. Maybe I'll sleep on it for the rest of the weekend. I'm no rush to return it, but it's pretty interesting that that a little mattress pad can get so much data. Alright, folks, I've been live for a little bit more than an hour. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for 1K hearts. Once again, I've been Sleep Apnea Vlogger. Been live streaming my sleep apnea treatment for the last 3 years. That's what you're seeing behind me right now. I post time lapses each day to TikTok. So basically, once I post the time lapse, I go live and just do a little play-by-play of how I slept, and as well as yeah, discuss sleep apnea. So again, if you haven't, drop me some hearts on the way out. I'll probably be live tomorrow late. Actually, I don't know. Depends how early I get up tomorrow. If I get up early enough, I'll do the sleep review in the morning. If I get up late, I'll do the sleep review in the evening. Evening sleep reviews are very unhinged because I'm like racing the clock. I'm like trying to get the review in before going to sleep, and I'm always getting myself worked up. Alright, folks. Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you so much for my new followers. Appreciate you all. Peace out. See you.